Mathur and Badan in the blue. First semi-final of the 2016 Baltimore Cup. So we will see how this all pans out here. Ferreira and Callis had a very good tournament last weekend at the Jenson tournament. They made the finals, which is a pretty big effort for these guys. I think that's the second semi-final that Callis has been in, and he's definitely coming along strong. Manik mustn't have quite seen that ball there. An uncharacteristic whiff there. Very nice lay down. Overhead reverse from Callis there. We're here under the gallery of the Baltimore Country Club, where we're streaming, and I can hear the gallery filling up, coming in for this exciting match here. Swiss goes for a little overhead reverse as well, and just hits the 10 there. Actually, the bottom of the 10. The blue team is not quite dialed in at this stage, so hopefully they can get themselves back a little bit. Nice constructed rally here. Oh, great shot there by Callis. Little backhand, little tweak side front there. Cool. Really good shot. Manik playing a little bit of soccer with the squash ball there. Fancy feet. Yeah, that's I think it's the second or third error with the Swiss, and that was almost at the bottom of the 10 as well. Wow, Swiss is Manik's going over for a bit of a chat here. He's obviously not very happy with his 3 or 4 unforced errors. Actually, pretty easy unforced errors as well. Swiss has got a bit of a chuckle going on there. You know, I think he realises what sort of happened there. So. This is quite a difficult court to actually play on. For a number of reasons. The lighting's kind of tough. When you throw the ball up high, and the flooring is like a sort of almost a multi. There's Manik's big powerful forehand. Nice angle as well there. Yeah, and the floor, yeah, it's an interesting floor because it's made up of a few different sort of coloured woods, and it's not sprung as well. So like the ball sort of lands relatively low, yeah, in both sort of like front and back of the court. And it's actually got some wooden rivets in the court, so which are sort of indentations in the floor. So it sort of causes for some awkward bounces as well. So you really need to be sort of quite focused, yeah, about what you're doing out there, because there's a few different things that can sort of, you know, come up that are quite unexpected. So nice get there by the blue team. Good coverage. And we're just joined here by my partner Victor Berg.
Good day, everyone. Beautiful day here in Baltimore.
I was just telling the guys about that it's actually quite a difficult court.
Ooh, nice
little reverse there.
That was a nice winner.
Yeah, I was telling the guys how this court, it's actually a pretty tough court to play on. You know, with the lighting and with a non-sprung floor and the different sort of coloured woods and the wooden rivets in the floor and stuff.
Yeah.
It's you just sort of be on your game a bit.
You do have to be. Last time these guys played, it was 15-14 in the fifth at the Briggs for.
Oh, was it the last time they played? Was it?
Swiss and Manic. So anything can happen in this match.
Yeah, and yeah, you missed the first few points, but Swiss, you know, has made 3 or 4 unforced errors, quite easy ones actually. He's settled down. Oh, that's going to be a no let. Oh wow. Yeah, actually Swiss and Manik are both a little bit out of it right now.
Okay. Ooh. Good shot idea here though. See Swiss caught in the back, but couldn't make that happen.
Yeah. Callis has hit a couple of nice winners this game so far. Playing a lot on the right side here.
Yeah. Ooh.
Swiss
slow there, hey?
Swiss is getting backed up here. And the black team's obviously sensing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're moving him around well.
Lots of pace. Nice shot.
Good shot.
He has to actually take that angle off, Chris, if he has to get that ball.
Mikey has a bit of a tendency of hitting a few unforced errors there. You know, I think if he can get a little bit steadier in general, that'll definitely help his play out.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, that's going to be a stroke.
No, from 7-2, 6-7.
This game is continuous swings.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a miss hit or not. There's the gallery at the Baltimore Country Club. It's actually a pretty cool setup here.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, it's actually very, very similar to the Jenson setup in Brooklyn. You know, it's a bit of an amphitheater. You know, the seating's above the court and the court sunk.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good rally going here. It's going to be a let that finishes off there.
6-8.
You can't give that kind of ball to a Manik. That's right in his wheelhouse.
Yeah, that one too.
Yeah.
It's better to actually overhit that lob than actually trying to play a lob there, I think.
Or try and get some width on it.
Yeah, like just a hard wide cross court.
Wow. They've definitely momentum swung here again.
Yeah. Letting this game slip away. They're letting this game slip away. Let's see if they can regroup here.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure on Callis here.
Yeah. Good get there by Mikey.
Yeah.
Yeah, shot.
It's cross court.
There's been quite a large swing of points here. Couldn't quite get out of the way of that one, Swiss.
Get there.
Yeah, the black team has them under some pressure here. Oh, that's a floor before the 10, Mikey. Wowza. Need a little more margin for error there. Good shot there, Mikey.
Nice shot there. He still goes for it though.
Oh yeah.
I like that about him.
Yeah, he always goes for it.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't get jaded by a bad error. We've got Swiss under some pressure here. Nice, good defensive ball there. He's regained his front position again.
Nice reverse.
Good reverse.
A little fade away.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
wow.
great hit. That's a fantastic
dive.
hit. Manik's, he's very athletic.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. The floor before the 10 again, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Mikey. Mikey.
12-11 though.
But that's his game, right? You know, he just goes for it. Like, he doesn't necessarily hit the ball to move the ball around. He actually hits it to hit winners, right? So yeah, if you're going to go that fine, you obviously got that margin of error, which is going to be tough sometimes. Hold up there by Mathur with the Callis being in the way.
Mike, yeah, again sets him up.
Yeah.
There's not much room for error on the front left there. Good power by Mathur. If they can win this game, the underdogs of Ferreira and Callis, after they have a chance. Nice shot, Swiss. Good call, 2 bounces. First game ball here. Game winner, Swiss, nice shot. First game, 15-11.
Big turnaround there. You know, from that big deficit, you know, to the that was a few of his you know, balls at the beginning.
Okay.
Callis had a nice little side front drop there.
Yeah.
That was at the beginning of the match there.
Nice shot.
So what's your prediction, given the fact that the blue team has just
won the first game?
Just won the first game.
I would have to say almost in 3 now, or 4 for the blue team. And how about you?
Yeah, I think yeah, they've definitely got the momentum for sure. Yeah, and they seem.
It seems like the black team could extend the rallies a little bit more.
Yeah, that's sort of almost part of their game, right? You know.
Yeah, I'll wait for a better opportunity.
Yeah, you know, Mikey's sort of patience or lack thereof, you know, is a sort of thing that he sort of, I wouldn't say struggles with, right? But he's a very sort of like choppy sort of, you know, short rallies, you know, trying to sort of, you know, force some angle sometimes, and maybe try and create too much stuff that's actually going on. Yeah. You know, and with this team, you know, you need a little more patience. Yeah, which hopefully he can gather and
regroup. Let's see how they come out this second game. It's going to be interesting to see if they change anything up or they just stick to the guns here.
Yeah.
Chris is playing solid.
Yeah, he's playing a lot up into the wall though. You know, he should maybe throw a few more balls down the center.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, a few little, you know, high front side whirly birds.
Yeah.
You know, just trying to sort of change it up. You know, Swiss is starting to feel a little bit more comfortable. You know, with the pace and the lack of angles.
They're going after Swiss again. Good get, Mathur. Swiss is holding position nicely.
Yeah. a little more movement, a little more structure in this rally, which is good to see.
Good get there, Swiss. Good get again. Very good get there. Good rally here to start off the second game.
Yeah, very good rally.
On everyone's good quality squash. Reverse.
Best rally of the match so far.
Yeah.
And everyone's been patient. And they're not forcing it. That's a bit of a shame about finishing it late. And no applause from the gallery there. I would have thought, even though it finished in a late, pretty solid rally. And that's a bad unforced error to start it off there.
Nice shot, Swiss.
He froze Callis a little bit there.
Yeah, blocked him out.
Well.
Almost got to it.
That patience is dwindling already. What happened there? I think Manic thought that he caught the ball down, but he actually didn't.
I think it's a lot. I think they're going to play a lot here. By the way, where Swiss is serving on the left side. Okay, they gave the point to the blue team.
Yeah, he didn't really clear there. Oh, yeah, look at that.
That's
little stare down from a Manic there. He's not a happy camper.
That's funny.
Oh, he had a little peek up there to like see where he was. A little lucky framer there off the side ball. So the momentum is continuing for the blue team here, Victor.
Yeah, 18-4 run here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh wow! I didn't know you were such a numbers man there, Victor.
Yeah.
You didn't strike me as a numbers person.
You couldn't tell by last night how we were gambling and with the $5 bills.
Well, I didn't notice that because you lost, but maybe you know.
Simple math is one of my pleasures in life.
Well, now it all makes sense. Simple math is one of my pleasures in life.
Oh. Good. I like his. He tries to hold it, but couldn't come up with the goods there.
Yeah.
10.
quick, short points. That is not the way you're going to win against this team.
7-2. This is how the first one game started on the other side, though.
Yeah. Swiss is really holding his position well.
Yeah.
Good cover there by Callis. Oh.
Right idea.
Nice try.
Yeah, nice try. He had the setup there. The belief, I guess, is lacking a little bit here.
Yeah.
Just there. What do you say here? You should have made that. And then Chris is like, you should have made yours.
Yeah, as I said before, I think you know, if these guys are going to do anything against the blue team, they've really got to be a little more structured.
Yeah.
Easy points, whether it be winners or unforced errors, isn't really going to be the way for them to sort of get things going here. Nice shot behind the back there by Swiss.
Nice get there. Good get again. Good rally here. Lots of pressure. Nice angle. Good rally. Yeah, nice shot. Good.
We got quite a buffer here, so Swiss just mostly went for a little bit there.
Lots of room to play with here.
Yeah.
Needs a little bit more angles, I think. The black team needs to create a little bit more angles on their width, and there's no angles going on.
Absolutely, and there's very few balls down the middle.
Yeah, angles are really important, and cross courts should be hitting the sidewall first, just before your opponent. Makes it a lot more difficult to defend.
Yeah, the judgment of that ball.
Yeah. Out, yeah, you can hear the ball. Nice shot there, good angle.
Good angle. Yeah, so even though they had a little buff from 9-2, right? But this is where it can, the momentum changes a little bit.
I think the blue team just noticed that too, and I think they're trying to restart here now.
Absolutely.
That's just the experience there on their part has helped them out there. That's a winner, though.
Yeah, just clip the tin.
A lot of good sponsors here this weekend. All the sponsors' names on the tin. A lot of support from the club members and patrons. Really, really nice to see so many people involved.
Yep. That's a better spot there.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to get these guys moving a little bit. Nice idea.
Well, you didn't quite see that one.
Yeah, a little late picking that up.
Right shot.
Just clip the tin there, and 7-10 just like that.
This game never ceases to amaze me. The amount of momentum swings that are continuous.
What was your biggest comeback, or what was your worst comeback in the game? Any idea?
Oh man, I wouldn't even know, Victor.
Yeah, I think I was up 14-7 in a pro-am one time. And then I think I was probably down, I don't know, maybe 12-4 in the pro match and came back one time.
Oh wow,
yeah,
that's substantial.
I think it was with you actually. The Nyack back in the day. I think we were playing against John Russell and maybe.
Really?
Yeah, I remember it was like the semifinals and we were down in the 5th, I think, like big time. Oh, it was the 4th. We were down.
Oh,
and we came off the court and we just looked at each other and we're like, how did, we came back and we just looked at each other and we were just like, how did that happen?
Well, I know that we had that we had a big comeback against good cross.
Good get. Nice good rally here. This is intense. Lob plays okay. That works out well. Nice idea down the middle there.
Nice play. Nice play again. They're varying their angles and their spots now.
Yeah, I think good rally here.
Oh,
good
very
winner.
well played.
Well played. I think for everyone at home, if it's a fun match or it's a league match, I think everyone can really learn to have a strategy out there. It doesn't matter who you're playing, but especially in double strategies and picking on one person or is really important. Figuring out your opponent's weaknesses, their strengths, where to hit the ball to.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think one of our biggest comebacks I recall we did with another massive momentum swing was, remember in St. Louis when we played against Price and he broke his racket there, I think. Money did.
Okay, this is fun now.
Oh!
I always like when people break the rackets. He'll be looking for a let probably.
Yeah, I think it's broken. So it's still playable. But
yeah.
Breaking a frame is most pretty better than breaking a string.
Totally. Oh, they haven't. They're not.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not impacting him enough.
He's still hitting it hard.
Yeah.
Oh, good shot there. Good movement there. Good get here. Good drive by Swiss. Cross court Nick.
Good get there by Callis as well. Good spot. Very good rally.
Really good squash here. Semifinals, 2016 Baltimore Cup.
Their spots are getting much better. Callis, he's varying a lot now.
8-10. This is a big point. Callis is definitely looking very steady.
Yeah. He's gotten in a bit of a groove there.
Needs those cross courts a little wider, hitting something. Oh!
It's going to be interesting.
I think it's a let by Manek. Wow, no let.
Wow.
And I think Manek might come off court to switch rackets here.
Yeah.
That's what I would do after breaking a racket.
I think Manek's gone through quite a few rackets this weekend so far. I don't know how many he's gone through, maybe 4 or 5. And he also had that issue maybe in Brooklyn as well. He went through a bunch. Maybe he's just hitting it too hard and he's stronger than the material. As he just walks out and changes his racket and gives me a little glare.
I don't think he's very happy with that call. That's a tricky one. When Swiss asks for a let, Manek asks for a let. I don't think Swiss. I wouldn't give Swiss a let, but do you give Manek a let?
Right. Yeah.
What's the call there? Whoever asks for it first, or there's 3 referees, so you have to have 2 of the 3 referees agree, which is good, but I don't think Swiss had a let there, but I think Manek could have played it.
I agree.
So
I agree.
it's a tough one. I think
It's just a
it's
judgment call.
Judgment
right?
call to.
Yeah. So the comeback one, that I was thinking about. Remember in St. Louis against Price and Gould?
Yeah, I know we
were
won.
down big.
Were we? We won 3-1 there. We were down 1-love and probably big in the second, and we came back and we won 3-1. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember the actual scores.
It was 3-1 though. It wasn't. Yeah. But I think we were down 1-love and big in the second, and then we just ran away with it after.
Yeah. Nice shot there by Swiss.
Rob Dinneman would know.
The statistician.
Rob, please let us know exactly what happened. The historian.
Talk about a guy who knows his numbers. That boy.
Yeah.
He can effectively score an entire match. Oh, got Mikey jammed up a little bit.
Yeah. I think that 2-hand technique kind of hurts him sometimes.
Yeah.
With some power and when it gets crammed up.
Yeah, no, completely.
Don't teach your kids that.
Yeah, stay off the 2 hands there, guys.
Even though I do it.
Even though?
Even though I do it. Oh, great Philadelphia there in Baltimore for the winner.
You're very sharp today, Victor.
Yeah, I haven't had anything else to do, so I've really prepared well for this job. Oh.
Yeah, we're definitely a little fish out of water. I think this is the first time I haven't played Mercia in a semi-final, I think, in my entire
Yeah, and I think for the viewers at home, don't get used to Mudgy and I commentating a semi-final match ever again.
Oh, you tried to hold it.
I like this shot, though.
Yeah.
Ooh. Surprised how late Mikey was on that.
Look at this for a comeback.
9-2. 9 doubles.
Unbelievable, eh? Just I thought it was a winner.
Hold drop.
Oh, that was close to him.
Lucky get there.
He's going for the reverse. You get
fade away. Nice shot.
Very
great idea.
Shot.
You know, you can always hit a winner from behind the guy. It's not like singles. You know, if the guy is stopped still and you feel like you have an angle there, it's a good idea.
Yeah, totally. Because obviously the length of the court, is so much longer.
Yes.
So you can really take advantage of that.
Yeah, especially when the guys on his heels too.
Yeah. Great shot there, Mikey.
Was it? Wow, Mikey out of nowhere. Thank you, Dylan.
Yeah, we're having social media blowing up our phones right now. I'm just buzzing all over the show, and so is Victor, and it's just a great time here at the Baltimore Country Club. Oh, that's a stroke.
That's a stroke. Second game, just like that. Boom, bang. 2-love, 15-11, 15-11.
All right, we're going to take a little beverage break here to rehydrate our services, and we'll be back in 90 seconds.
This new year, prove to the people who mean the most that being healthy matters. Prove that you're tough, that you're committed, that you've got game, that you'll be around for them for a long, long time. And there's no better time to prove yourself than now. Join Merit Athletic Club for free in January, and we'll include our 30-day fit camp free. We'll prove how healthy you can be. Merit Athletic Clubs. Prove yourself.
All right, so here we are. We're at the start of the third game, 15-11, 15-11 to Munich and Swiss, and we have a very, very special guest here. We have Mr. Martin Knott.
Here we
Hello,
go.
Martin.
Hey, welcome to Baltimore Country Club, huh?
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
So if no one knows who Martin Knott is, he is an avid squash player. That's a stroke right there.
Yeah.
At the
That's the way you end the game, and that's the way you start the game.
That is very
about
true.
that?
He's an avid doubles player at the Baltimore Maryland Club. We're at the Baltimore Country Club right here, but he is a member and a strong component of the Breakfast Club.
That's right.
Squash.
The largest double squash program in the history of the universe.
In the mornings, these guys play at as early as 6, is it?
6 and 7.
There you go.
Yeah.
They've got 2 doubles courts at the Maryland Club, and I think they're looking at trying to get a third.
We are definitely adding a third. We've only been talking about it for 10 years, but it's actually going to happen.
Very, very, very active doubles community there. But that's Andrew Cordova is the head squash pro. He's been there for 10 or 15 years, and they're very lucky to have him there.
Yes, we are. That's for sure. That's for sure.
So
As lucky as the boys are to have you up at the University Club, my friend.
Well, thank you, Martin. So what have you been taking away from this game here so far?
I don't know. I mean, it just seems like people are having a tough time getting the ball down. That's for sure. A lot of long rallies, and I'm particularly interested in this like little battle we have going over on the right wall. You know, these boys are really going at it. Lots of rails, and it's good. It's good to see.
Oh, Mathur had a pretty nice opportunity there, but couldn't take advantage of it. Oh, you had a miss into the floor. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's both these games. You know, both the first and the second game have been massive momentum swings.
Yeah, huge. I mean, that comeback in the second game by
9-2 they were down.
Yeah, they were down 9-2. What a
Always
nice
got that
little
score.
run.
Oh, it's unbelievable. That's, you know, this game, and I don't know what it is about the game. I can't put my finger on it, but it is relentless, just massive swings.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8-point swings.
Yeah. The question is when they come, can you handle them?
Right, that's the thing, right?
Can you take advantage or can you stop them?
Yeah. No, it's very, very difficult.
Yeah. We call it the mo, right?
What's that?
We call it the mo. Who's got the
the
mo?
mo.
The momentum.
I thought you were talking about mustache. As in the
Well,
mo.
yeah. Certainly not what I'm wearing today. You don't call that anything. You call that's what God gave you.
Nice shot by Callis there, a little
Yeah.
backhand inside out.
He's like just shows tremendous promise. I mean, that guy's so steady
I'll tell
on
you
the
what,
right wall.
he's been doing very, very well. He's, you know, he's only a young kid. It was pretty funny. They, you know, we played against them in the Johnson last weekend. They made the finals, which was a pretty big result for them.
Yeah.
And I made a little comment, you know, in the speeches after. You know, this guy's, you know, pretty good on tour, and he's like 16, looking like 17.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And he's quite soft on the eyes.
Well,
If I don't say
look.
so myself.
Well, look, I mean, you've been known to, you know, really be sort of a
The connoisseur of it.
well, you know what you like.
Great, you know,
Right?
you know.
You know what you like. This one's going along pretty quick, right?
Yeah, you know, it's pretty interesting. You know, to be you know, doing well against Monaco Swiss. You know, you have to really structure like the points well. You know, you need a lot of discipline, and you need a lot of ball control, not only offensively but defensively.
Yeah.
You know,
Staying in the point for a longer time is better against them.
and they like they hold position well. You know, they got good shot selections like that. You know, and you really need to sort of play, you know, emotionally more of a unconventional kind of game against those guys. To try and sort of, you know, change up a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Here
you
we
know,
go.
it's difficult to do though. You know, you have to. You need, as I said, you need some pretty decent ball control, both offensively and defensively, and be very aware, you know, of the positioning to, you know, exploit the angles.
Yeah, no question about it. These guys, I mean, they'll stay in rallies for for a long time. That was beautiful.
Great little overhead.
Yep.
Yeah, Callis.
See you later.
Has been doing really well. I'm really quite impressed with him. He made the finals of the Big Apple Open. Played with Munich.
Did he? Is that they switch them up over there
No,
for that one, or they just ended up together
yes,
that one?
Yes, I think
Scheduling.
Munich, you know, originally thought that he had some work issues going on and that he wasn't going to be able to play with it.
And
Swiss,
Munich, he's now at the R&T.
Yeah, he's the
Cool.
head pro at the Racquet and Tennis Club in New York. And so
a couple of these boys are members there.
correct,
correct?
both of them are, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
So that's an interesting dynamic that's sort of playing out
yeah.
right before our eyes, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, the top level of the I suppose you would call them members of the Racquet and Tennis Club. You know, good get there by Swiss.
Yeah.
Oh, good
Oh,
shot.
great shot.
Very nice.
Great shot. Nice finish.
Yeah, he's very strong. You know, you've mostly got, you know, half a dozen guys, which are, you know, sort of quasi-pro players.
Yeah.
You know, in the membership.
Awesome.
Very strong.
They're finishing this game, you know. There's not as many long rallies. The game's moving along pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's not Mikey's thing. You know, he's a very sporadic player, right? And he can have some ridiculous shots, or he can have some not good, some not so good shots, and maybe a little more patience. Might be like a positive thing. Well, there we are talking about patience.
Yeah. Got to make those.
Yeah.
Right. It was there.
It's all about not necessarily trying to hit winners, but hit the ball to move guys around and have like a margin for error for that.
Right. Create an opportunity too.
Correct. Right. That's a good little spot down the center there.
Mm-hmm.
Very effective.
I've been using that myself these days. Yeah.
So Martin Knott is a big, strong lefty. He just whacks the ball around and dives a lot on the court.
He's not afraid to get into it.
Yeah, maybe sometimes I think he's like in like a swimming pool or something. But
back in the day.
Back in the day.
You know.
Myself and Mr. Knott, we had a quite a nice win quite a few years ago in the program, didn't we?
That we did. We took down some pretty incredible teams.
Yeah, and that was all Martin Knott's doing.
We needed it. Didn't we?
It was a need factor. I was in some dire straits.
You've never been in dire straits. Come on.
And there was a need factor rather than a want factor.
Yeah. Well, look. I mean, I think that Monaco and Swiss, they need to get their head here. You know, a lot of mistakes and get focused again.
Yeah.
These boys are taking advantage of it.
Yeah. Oh, that's a bad unforced error.
All right. These boys can't let them back in, right?
No. These guys will take that advantage very quickly. That's a good spot there by Callis.
Yeah.
Good heat. Well, the heat is coming on.
Yeah. This can be a hot court. The side balls, right?
Yeah. So I've just actually had a little appearance by the team who had a default against Mr. Mathur Jenson, and he's just making a snide remark.
Yeah.
About this is what it's come to right now.
Yeah.
So I'll take a little bit of offense to this.
Well, Matty Jenson, I mean, come on, please. I'd love to see Matty Jenson with the headset on. Potential disaster. So much potential for. Better be nice to me.
And was that down? Was that down or up? I think it's down.
I don't know. I can't see anything.
Yeah. Well, Martin Knott's eyes aren't the greatest right now, I believe. He's struggling to see the screen, which is about 6 inches in front of us.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of reasons for that. Number one is, well, anybody can guess that what that might be. And number two is I don't have my glasses on. I think this will probably go down as one of the better commentator duos. I mean, I'm thinking Pat Summerall and John Madden right now.
I completely agree. I'm actually getting very excited about it. Actually, I think this is going to be my new career. The squash is falling off.
Yeah. Well, you're getting old.
Yeah, and Matty just said women's golf might be another good one as well.
It all has to start somewhere.
Yeah,
right.
It's all a process, right?
That's exactly
ebbs
right.
and flows.
That's exactly right. That's a nice shot. Nice gap.
The guys are getting a little bit scattered here.
Out of position.
Yeah, with the positions.
What's going to happen there?
Oh, Monik is not happy about losing that.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to
take
a little,
right by him. That was a good spot. Hey.
A little hydration break, and we'll be back.
Yeah, thank you. Here we go.
We're back.
All right, we're back here. I'm sitting beside my good friend Damian Mudge, and we're here at the Baltimore Country Club. We've got Game 4 coming up. That one was pretty handy. That last one, you know. And
I was very, very surprised.
a lot of mistakes by the leaders, and look, I think they, hopefully they had a little break and they can pull themselves back together. But we were talking about that momentum thing.
Yeah.
And we're watching it before our eyes, aren't we?
Absolutely. So there's been 3 games in a row now, which has been big momentum swings.
That's right.
So if you can't sort of handle it and you can't adapt to it, it's a big negative. In this game. So what do you what are a couple of things that you really enjoy about the game of doubles hardball squash, Martin?
Oh, well, I think that, to me, it's the camaraderie on the court. The fact that it's like one of the last games of honor is special. And it's great to be able to get with guys that you know and that you can have a good time with and play a competitive game of squash. Right? And
Good link there by Callis.
It's about the people. I mean, the game is obviously a ton of fun. And, anybody of any age can play double squash and really enjoy themselves.
Absolutely.
And so it's a game you can play for your life. And so, it's one of the, special things that I have in my life that I cherish. And I think that it, has brought unbelievable sort of joy to me. The people that you meet, all over the country and, from all over the world is just, it's the treasure of squash that you can do that.
Right.
And you might show up at Baltimore Country Club and commentate a semifinal match, with the best player in the history of the game. You might play in a pro-am with the best player in the history of the game and go out and party with them that night.
Yep.
And so
Completely
not
agree.
a lot of sports like that.
I
It's a
completely
special
agree.
thing.
Completely agree. It is truly a very unique and a very special game.
Yeah.
It's on a personal level, I definitely feel blessed to be involved with this game. At the highest level. There's nothing. Oh, good get that by Callis.
What a
fantastic
get.
get.
Just great hands.
What's
right?
he
Hand
gonna do?
back. Come on.
Oh, we backed him up.
Nice.
That's a good rally. Wow.
Here these boys go. They're getting a little bit, into their rail game.
Yeah, I'd like to see a few more sort of angles and a few more shot selections to try and sort of like move the guys around. I think that was sort of it's a bad error there.
Everybody just sitting at the red line.
Yeah.
Nobody getting moved around at all.
A few more.
That's a little impatience there.
It is. That's what Mikey really needs to work on. Good. Is that down? That's down. Yeah. It was the right shot selection though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really is, quite an amazing game, to not only play, but also just to be involved with. As you were saying, Martin, the amount of doors that this game opens up, and the amount of relationships that are built from this game is way different than, say, like single softball.
Yeah,
where,
absolutely.
It's, that's a lot more of a grind physically, and guys can't sort of really sort of have a few beers, or they have to watch what they eat, and they have to watch what they drink and they sleep, and so they have to take it a lot more seriously just because it's so much more of a demanding game physically. Whereas this game, you can have a couple of beers and you can hang out with some guys.
At least a couple.
Well, maybe a couple before you play just to loosen yourself up.
Yeah.
But we've had quite a few nights.
Enjoying ourselves. Yeah, I'm here to have fun. I don't know about you. That's what
absolutely. I just think you remember one of the funner nights we were a good shot down the centre there. That's what I like to see. The ball's down the centre. That's exactly very effective against this team.
Yeah.
But we had one very special night with Mr. Knott, and
there's John Russell,
and he's there, and he's just showed us the moon. Wow. So. I've just been blinded right now, and I'm not really too sure how to react to that.
Yeah. JR. That's how he gets ready for his match.
He's a very relaxed individual, that one.
Yeah. He's English.
Is that why he was so white for?
Oh, I love it.
But,
So what do we have here? Look, I mean,
yeah,
we got this momentum stuff.
Another big
like,
swing. Manik is.
They're talking to each other.
Manik's
right?
like the captain of this team, and he's not happy.
Well, he's talking to Swiss, that's for sure.
These guys are losing some pretty quick points, and the momentum has absolutely changed. Ferreira and Callis have some confidence. They've got a bit of a spring in their step, and they feel as if they can win this now. Yeah. Whereas after the first couple of games, they weren't feeling or thinking that at all.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a bad shot, Callis.
Too bad. Hopefully that won't be sort of the opening. Or it could be. You never know.
Never know.
For those guys, one shot can change it all.
A little safety let there. Mikey doesn't
I'll tell you, isn't it amazing? Like 10 years ago, 11 years ago, we did the first Maryland Club Open. Now we've got 2 pro-am events here in Baltimore. The doubles community is just gets so excited on these weekends.
Good link there.
And here we are, BCC, one of the great clubs that we have here in Baltimore with a great squash program. A lot of guys that are members of the Maryland Club are also members here and just love the game. They can't get enough of it, right? And so, God, how fortunate are we as a city to be able to, sort of host 2 events like this.
Completely
and
agree.
both like incredible clubs, classy, and great members, great memberships. I know everybody's going to have a good time tonight. That's
completely.
For sure.
Yeah, right? I completely agree. The Baltimore squash community, is a very, very strong community. They love the game.
Yeah.
And they love being social. It's it's definitely a fun place to be for the squash. So this is actually going to be a very interesting rally. Everyone was questioning the service here. Oh, and they run into each other. So I don't know what's going to happen if it's going to be a let at the end of this or with the service, right? Everyone thought that the service was definitely down.
It's such a big swing.
Oh,
another mistake there. So that's 2 mistakes.
Yeah.
Yep. Climbing back in.
That's like
getting close.
That's halfway down to 10 as well. That was not even close to that one, Mikey. But the thing with Mikey, even if he misses shots, he keeps on firing for it. So
yeah, no. He doesn't give up. That's for sure. I like that about him.
Yeah. Oh, the ball's gone, I believe.
Yeah, it sounds bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you later.
Yeah. So there
goes the box. Here we go.
So, now that we've got a few minutes to have a little chin wag. So one of the fun times I had with Mr. Knott, was a good decade ago, and he lined up. He's a very low key guy, so doesn't really dramatize too much going. He's like, we'll go for a bite to eat and we'll have a couple of drinks, maybe listen to some live music. I'm like, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we get up to a few little things, and then we're at this bar. It's a very intimate bar. There's maybe 20 people around, if that. And who do you know? The lead singer from Hootie and the Blowfish, Darius
Rucker shows up.
I'm like, wow, well, fair enough. I guess this is just a normal Saturday night in Baltimore.
Yeah, that's the way we roll, right? Like, that was sort of like, I'm going to come back here and I'm going to have some more fun. Yeah. And, this is just the beginning.
Yeah, this is just...
There were a bunch of us up there for that one.
Yeah, I was very excited. It was a pretty...
you guys had, a common friend, too. Someone that you knew from New York City.
Yeah, my ex-girlfriend, maybe.
XXX, right?
She dated the
drummer.
The drummer from Hootie and the Blowfish.
How about that memory, huh? How about that memory? Pulled that one out of somewhere.
Crazy. But that's what this game's about, right?
That's right.
Is that those kind of experiences happen, and they wouldn't have happened, without this game.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And that's just like the really cool thing with the sport.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, the friendships, the relationships, the camaraderie that sort of happens on the court, the honor of the sort of truth of the game, they all come forward and result in sort of special times.
Totally.
Right.
Totally. I couldn't agree more. It's you know, and you can't get like that interaction, as you said. With like top pros.
Yeah.
To sort of have the sort of intimate reaction. Reaction, not the reaction, but you have those intimate moments. And you have the relationships. With these people. It's it's pretty cool.
Yeah, Matty Jenson's just walked up to me, and one of the things I'm noticing is he's got a much larger gut than I do, which is sort of a little change of roles. Well, I mean, I'm pretty svelte these days. Don't you agree, Mudgy?
You're actually very slim. You are Mr. Slim Jim.
I don't know what they're feeding him out there in Colorado, but
Well, when we were playing squash, well, I wouldn't even really call it playing squash yesterday. When we were on a squash court, Mr. Jenson was like rolling around a few times, and I don't know what was going on.
Maybe he was doing a Martin Nutt impersonation. Getting on the floor, just not afraid. Old school. All right, let's look at this match. See where we are with this.
So the blue team have gotten it back a little bit. They were in a bit of a hole and clawing their way back here.
Yeah.
Oh, very good shot
Great
there, Callis.
Yeah, beautiful.
Callis is, his backhand's actually pretty solid. He's hit several winners on his backhand side.
Yeah.
I actually think that as a team with like Callis and Ferreira, I think the ball's in the center, and I wouldn't normally say this because I would leave it for the forehand guy, but I think Callis' backhand is most pretty better than Ferreira's forehand in terms of like moving the ball around.
Ferreira likes to come around to his forehand. He comes around about as much as any person on the doubles court.
Yeah.
I think, he loves to come around to that forehand.
Yep. Safety let there.
Yep. There was a time in that second game where there was a little less safety there. A couple of people got hit.
Yes.
And I was thinking about that dynamic of the pro and the and the members.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Those little things play out.
Totally.
Interestingly enough.
Yeah, this game, it's actually a very dangerous game because there's such a fine line between danger and not danger.
Yeah, absolutely.
And to sort of use that to your advantage without injuring someone. It's definitely a fine line there.
There he is. He loves to go back and take that forehand.
Yeah.
And he has like great winners out of there too. He has a nice little reverse out of that he can sort of like draw everyone back and really shoot.
Yeah, that's like one of the advantages. With like a right-handed guy playing. Oh, try to go down the town center. That's one of the advantages of a right-handed guy playing the back end is that they can come in on the forehand and it opens the court up much easier for them.
Yeah, no question. Well, he's
really
coming around. It takes his opponent out of position.
Yeah.
And if you can take advantage of that, it's sort of part of the reason to do it, I guess. You want to pick up that forehand, but you also are forcing your opponent into a space that he's probably not comfortable with hitting the next shot out of.
Absolutely.
God, Martin Nutt, he plays like a B player, but he announces like he should be in the Open. Right?
Well, I knew when you wanted a little special guest appearance here that it was going to be some fun times.
Yeah, there's no question. This will go down as probably one of the most the better announced matches. Thank God we got rid of Berg. I was listening on my phone, and I just felt like I had to come down here and bail him out. He's up there nursing his hammy.
Yeah, he's been struggling with his hammy ever since the O'Reilly. Yeah, and his movement, even though we won the Johnson last weekend, but his movement has been very, very ginger.
Yeah, that was a nice win by you guys last weekend.
Yep, thank you.
Really nice. I was able to catch that on the STA. you know, it's just so amazing how the technology's come forward. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
like when we first did this, you couldn't watch a game.
Yep.
There was no announcing or anything along
Yep.
those lines. And,
Yep.
you know, here we are. Look at 8-7. We're, you know,
Yeah, the
we're in it.
Graham Bassett, you know, was a strong component with the streaming, and the main man Justin Willett, who's sitting beside us.
Yeah.
He is the man behind the screens.
Yeah,
and he's
it's
doing
awesome.
all the switching back and forwards and getting the super slow mos and the replays and.
Yeah.
He's a very, very smart young man.
Yeah.
Getting all this stuff going.
It's great to work with him.
Yeah, he's
you know,
awesome.
Guys like us, we need good
Yeah.
support. Right? We're only as good as he is. And that's why we're so great right now.
Another good rally going on here.
People are moving around, you know. The
Yeah.
game has sort of like started to take shape, and it's not this sort of everybody at the red line and hitting the ball.
Yep. Oh, it could have got past him. Oh. Oh. That was
tight.
borderline, right?
Yeah, I agree.
That was borderline.
Squash gods will decide.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this is a good match. You know, we're into an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And, you know, some great rallies. Lots of swings. Lots
Yeah.
of swings here.
Yep, absolutely.
Monik just is such a wingspan.
Oh my
You
God.
know, it's just amazing to sort of watch him be able to get to things that, you know, others without that, just no chance.
No, it's definitely advantageous in this game, you know, to be. Oh, good shot, Mikey.
Yeah, very nice. And again, look, he just, that's that reverse I was talking
Yep.
about out of that forehand. You
Yep.
know, like Monik, not in a great spot there.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's definitely advantageous, you know, to be a relatively tall guy, if you can move well. Obviously, you know, most tall guys, you know, can't generally move too well because you know it takes a little more effort to sort of get down low to the ball. But you know, Monik, you know, he's like 6'4" and moves very well, and obviously hits the ball very clean and hard on his forehand.
Sure.
A little of like a swing here again. A little couple of point little adjustment here.
Yeah. You guys are like making another run.
Oh, it's going to be a let.
Gosh. Running into each other.
Yeah, it's getting
A little activity
getting
there
a little more
on the left side.
physical now.
Well, look, I mean, you know, this sucker is potentially bound to go, you know, could go 5. I don't think anybody thought it was going to go or had the potential to go 5 after the first 2 games.
No,
You know, I mean, it
absolutely not.
was
Yeah,
just,
I thought it was 3 and
big
done myself.
swing.
Totally.
A big swing. Well, that Nick out back there.
No, it was a little miscommunication there.
Yeah.
Mikey was telling him to go, and I don't know why Callis didn't go for.
Yeah, 10-8. Here we go. Nice drive. Trying to go down the middle. They were right there.
What's your prediction with this game, Martin?
Look, I mean, I think that, you know, there's not enough spread to sort of say where it's going to land. And
Good reverse there by Callis.
Yep.
Good movement.
good get there. I think that Monik needs to use his forehand a little bit more here. You know, it's just like a lot of crosses, and they're all coming out. Staying
Oh,
alive.
good
Wow.
laydown.
There you go. See you later.
Very nice laydown.
Good night. Good night, Irene. Huh? See you later.
That's one of Swiss's go-to shots. A little overhead front side.
It's tight. 10-9.
Oh, great shot. Good get.
Jeez.
Good angle. That was 3 really good shots there.
Yeah.
That was a great angle that Callis hit just there.
Yep.
Very strong.
I'll tell you what, man. Callis gets up in the front of the court. You know, he's got a lot of he's got a lot of choices.
Yeah, yeah.
The guy's got skill.
Yep, no, absolutely. Oh, bang, bang.
Yeah.
Oh,
Both of those guys just seem like they can do it forever, right?
yeah.
I mean, that could just go on.
It does take, you know, a decent amount of energy out of you to be. Oh yeah, it's trouble.
Yeah. See you later. Unloading.
You cannot give Munich that ball.
No. Difficult to catch.
Yeah.
Right. You're only lucky
Yeah.
to catch that.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great shot. Good. Yeah, that's a great shot, Mikey.
Yeah.
We've got a little replay on that one.
Here we go. These boys are fired up.
Oh. Yeah, almost thought he'd get there.
Oh,
Oh, it's not
it was there.
Yeah, it was there. All right, it's coming out to the business end of this game
All right,
now.
Here we go, man. There's the forehand. Wow. Good get.
What happened there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you sort of pushed him out of the way a little bit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a little push there.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, that's tough.
Do you think the refs? You know, what do you do as a ref there? I mean, you know, that's sort of a difficult call. It's not
It is
sort of in the rule book.
yeah.
And, you know, little contacts and you know,
These guys are
you
getting
know,
a little bit
clearing
heated
each-
here.
It's a little chippy.
Yeah, it's a tough one, right? You
I love the fact that the members are not afraid to go after the pros. You know, like teach them a lesson. Good job. Clearing them out, right? A little clear out there. Yeah, no question. Yes, let.
Yeah.
Yeah, all day.
That was a big block out. Not intentional. He just had his weight going back and
12-12. Uh-oh. Callis just moves so well.
Swiss is getting a little bit backed up here.
Yeah, he's behind. Callis taking position.
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
This is good, man. 12-12. Here we are in the fourth
Yeah.
game. You know, this is this not a lot of big swings we're seeing in these last
Yeah,
6 or
no.
8 points. You know, it's just been sort of steady 1-2, 1-2
Yep.
lead. So, oh, that was a good shot. Oh, too bad.
Yeah.
Just got by him. A little bit of pressure here, right?
Oh, that's a bad unforced
jeez.
error that was.
Yeah. 3-all.
On his back foot.
Yeah. No one can seem to sort of make a run here, right? It's this little chipping away at it. Anybody's game still.
That's not going to be a let.
I don't think so. Here we go. Gosh, what a honor it is to be able to be here with you for this, tight match. I think we've probably, proven ourselves as good a commentators as any two sort of squash guys out there.
Oh, what happened there? Hit maybe like a bad spot there. Yeah, not too sure.
But you see the camaraderie at the end of the match.
Yeah.
The guys shake hands, they look each other in the eye, and, they get down the road.
Absolutely.
We've got a great other semifinal coming up. And, look, Damian Mudge, I love you. This was so much fun.
Love you too, Noddy.
It's pleasure to be here at Baltimore Country Club and to steal away a little opportunity to work with one of the best pros ever and watch a great match and be able to commentate and go right to the top. I mean, we're the top commentators in the game right now. There's no question about that. And it was a pleasure working with you today. I'm glad I was able to tune in. I've got to get out of here because 34 minutes ago my company Winterfest party started.
Oh.
And it's cool. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to be rolling in hot. And it should be a great night. And I'm hoping to reconnect with all my friends from the squash world late night. Which
Awesome.
Imagine that happening.
Yeah, that'll be a very rare.
And I get you on a Saturday night. Usually you're in a final.
Yes.
And, unfortunately because of Berg's injury, fortunately because of Berg's injury, I'll have my way with you later.
We will.
And I look forward to that. All right.
Noddy.
Thanks,
Damian.
Damian.
For coming by, mate.
Yeah, man. It's great.
Cheers, mate.
At Merit Construction Services, we've been custom building great relationships since 1967. Today, we're one of the most seasoned builders in the Mid-Atlantic. Merit Construction, building trust for 45 years. Visit meritconstruction.com.
All right, and we are here for the 2016 Baltimore Cup. This is the second semifinal of the night. We've got Susie Pierpont with me.
Hi, Freddie.
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Players on court, we've got in the black shirts Clive Leach and John Russell. They're the 2015 world champions, and they're taking on Matt Jenson and Hamid Anvari in white. They've pulled off a pretty big upset in the last match, and I guess that was partly due to Victor being injured, but let alone bringing him to 5 games, it was quite good.
I mean, if you push someone to 4 games or 5 games, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Freddie? Who
You know what?
How
I
do you
don't
think
know.
this is going to
I was
unfold?
just about to ask you. I don't know who to predict who to predict who's going to win this.
I mean, you've got to favour the current world champions, right?
I would. I think on paper, you know, if those two play their game, they're extremely skilled. But all four players have great hands here.
I mean, Hamed had a great game. Well,
Yeah.
I guess great 2 games.
Hamed's been playing great all week. So, I mean, if he plays well, he can really light it up. He's known as the magician. He's kind of claimed that title himself. But he's proved it this weekend with some phenomenal shots.
I wonder what JR's nickname would be if he had to assign it himself.
He says hog. Hands of God.
I think that's quite appropriate.
It'd be
If
fitting
you're
for
a
him.
world champion.
He's got some of the best hands on tour.
Absolutely. His racket ability is, I would say, almost unmatched. I mean, Jenson
Yeah.
obviously hits a fantastic ball as well.
Jenson's a
but
great player. You know, I think we've got even 3 of the most talented players on tour. Clive Leach is extremely
you weren't
consistent with his.
putting Hamed in
No,
that
Hamed when he
ring?
plays his game. You know, he just hasn't proved his consistency to be a top-ranked player.
I mean, he's
but
only recently sort of been making this sort of stages,
exactly.
right?
This year he's broken into the top 10, and he's proving it with some great play.
Good. It's good to see some new faces out there.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the most remarkable things about watching JR play is that for somebody who is, you know, not the same sort of height as some of these guys, is how dominant on the left wall he can be.
Right. Yeah, I think, you know, he reads the game very well, and Jenson too. You know, he's not that tall either, but both of them, their
I think I've got
positioning
a few
is
inches
very
on
good.
both of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you do too. Yeah. How tall are you? How tall are you?
Nearly 6'1".
Wow.
yeah.
You got me by an inch.
Very tall for a girl.
Yeah. I'm sure that'd help on the doubles court.
It does. It definitely has advantages. I mean, a lot of the guys, you know, if you look at Manek and Swiss, they're both over 6 foot.
Yeah.
I think Callis is up there. It's definitely a reach advantage, a power advantage.
Right. And Mudge Gould, I mean, those two are heavy hitters, and,
Right.
and they're tall, so it's tough to get the ball by them.
Right, and, you know, took up a lot of space in the court and hard to move them out of position.
Right.
When you've got hands like JR does, it's not quite as hard as the rest of us might find it.
It'll be interesting to see how JR plays here. He's been, I haven't really watched him play this weekend. He took a bit of time off. I guess he was due to an illness or injury. I don't know. He had some sort of back problem.
Yeah, I think he's been struggling with that for a while, and a
Okay.
calf problem, but he seems to be fully fit this
Yeah.
weekend. Just see how
He's
focused he is.
He's got a very good head on his shoulders, so he can. He's very good at relaxing and staying in the
does.
moment.
That's probably a good thing. I'd say that, you know, him and Clive complement each other in that respect, because I don't think we could describe Clive as relaxed.
Right. Ow! First hit of the match. Ouch.
Just a little one.
Yeah. No, I think that was by accident. And Anvari didn't really have his head up. I don't think he could see.
Didn't think he saw him.
Yeah, and he was trying to just get the ball back.
So a pretty even start to this game, 3-all.
Yeah.
No one's really asserted themselves yet, but I guess it is very early.
You know what? I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to say it's going to be 3-1, but for either team. I just have a feeling.
I think 3-1's a good shout.
Yeah.
I think both
I don't know how to
teams-
explain it. I think it's just if either team gets on a roll, it's going to be tough to break their confidence. 'Cause
Agreed. I mean,
all
you
four
saw that
players
with-
here are confidence players.
Right, with Jenson and Anvari yesterday, is that they really did find momentum and managed to put some, 5 or 6 points together in a row
Yeah.
that is hard to then come back from.
Doubles is a game of momentum. You know, you got to put your momentum through the ball, and then you also have to keep momentum going mentally. And
Agreed. Your momentum can give your partner confidence where maybe it was lacking previously, or
Exactly.
yourself some confidence. Oh, that's a close one.
yeah, safety let called there. Doesn't want to hit his buddy.
Wasn't too
They're-
many spots for Matt
I
to
think all
move to
4
there.
players are good friends here. So no one wants to hit each other.
Aren't we all good friends, Freddie?
We're all good friends. Yeah. It's a tight-knit community.
It's a very tight-knit community. Was that a JR winner? Oh, no, JR. Yeah, it was. It's hard to see from here sometimes.
Clive letting the ball go through his legs there to adapt.
That's a lovely shot
And
there.
that was a
from Matt
nice finish
Jenson.
by Matt.
Yeah, that's some of the racket skills we're talking about. Putting that backhand straight drop in.
Yeah, if any of these players have time with the ball, they can produce some good shots. That being said, I sort of jinx. The commentator's jinx. That happens frequently.
Just jinx him, Ed. That lovely sound of hitting the plastic.
And they're appealing the
Also
serve
JR
here.
calling his own serve down.
And I like when JR does that. He turns on the ball to open up the court with his forehand. It forces Matt to the side wall. And
big gap down the middle.
Yeah, it opens up some angle possibilities. And playing against inexperienced players who will clear to the middle, it gives them the whole sidewall. So it's it's a neat tactic that these guys use.
Is that a shot of yours, Freddie? Do you play that one?
Sometimes. If I'm on fire, I can play that. But I've been known to 10 out sometimes, like this weekend.
Yeah.
It happens.
To an
Happens
almost
to everyone.
local team. I heard they were played very, very well. So
Yeah.
was it Peter Kelly and Dylan Patterson?
Yeah, they did. They hung in there pretty well. And it was a long match, and they produced some good shots, even during the long rallies. So. It's funny, I was getting the ball right into Peter Kelly's body. He managed to pull off these reverses.
Bit of a reaction,
It's frustrating.
reaction squash.
Yeah.
I think I would struggle, there's probably a lot of chatter between Jenson and JR that's quite amusing. It must be keeping your concentration must be difficult.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's why they do it.
Partly to
Right?
partly
For
to
the
remind them that they're
gamesmanship.
friends, and then but then I think they're able to snap out of it really quickly. It's very easy to get caught up in the fact that this is a friendly, but there's money and ranking points on the line here.
Right. I think one of the things I like about the way that Clive plays is his intensity.
Yeah,
You know,
he's very
he
competitive.
really, really likes to win. And it means you're never going to watch a bad match.
Yeah. No, he gives 110%.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the oldest on tour. I think he's 43.
I think so. But, I mean, not that you'd know it with the way that he plays.
Right.
He moves well. And
Moves great, reads the game well. It's very skilled.
although the new haircut, the streamlined look he's got going on definitely
Right.
takes a few years off.
Yeah, he just got his hair cut probably in the last couple days. It's looking a little more aerodynamic. And that was a nice shot by Jenson there. His classic reverse winner. It's funny, JR and Matt Jenson, they're totally cut from the same cloth. They've got very similar game
Absolutely.
styles and personalities.
We were joking that last night that 100 years ago or so, one of JR's relatives must have been shipped off to Australia for committing a crime, and somewhere down the line, Matt Jenson was produced.
Yeah. That's very plausible.
So there's that opening up the court forehand that you were talking about again.
And they're both very fair players. Very good sportsmanship
Yes.
from each.
I would agree with that. Very, you sort of say pure squash players.
Yes.
They were talented singles players and very classic swings and techniques and good ball strikers.
And
And
they hone their skills very well.
Right, and they tends to lend itself to sort of very fair play, because if you're someone who hits a clean winner, you want to hit a clean winner. You
Right.
don't want a cheap point. or-
Exactly. You want to win fair and square.
Exactly. Not that everyone doesn't, but these two certainly do play a fair
Well,
game.
there's also the motto, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
It was a good job we got 3 refs then, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that came from my coach, Jonathan Power.
The actual magician.
Right, he was the real magician.
Rather than the the self-appointed magician.
And there's the crowd cam. We can see a nice full crowd here. Everyone enjoying their beverages and some high-quality doubles.
There's some good snacks floating around as well.
Yeah.
Clive is a big fan of that slow backwall boast, isn't he?
He is. It's a very neutral shot to defend. And he gets himself back in position quick.
He does.
It's amazing. He actually never misses that back wall boast. No matter how much pressure he's under, if he can get his racket on it, he's somehow always kept it in court.
But he does a good job of making sure it's not going to be, you know, a
Total
cupcake in the
cannon
middle.
fodder,
Yeah,
right.
exactly. You know, it's going towards the sideboard. It's bouncing into the corners.
Yep, he angles
It's
it very
hard
nicely.
to wind up on from where he's going to put it. It's definitely not a shot.
And
that
that's probably a safety
Ooh,
light being called.
Clive not happy with that one.
Clive probably worried a stroke could be called. And
This
Anvari looking for a stroke there. I would have called a let as well.
Yeah, I think Clive's questioning whether he would have got his racket on it. I
Right.
think he probably would have, but it's a safety let for
Yeah,
sure.
I think it's just a safety let. Anvari looking for the cheap point there.
11-8 here, so this is a pretty big point. You know, there's a big difference between 11-9 and 12-8.
And that was a nice reverse by Anvari. Put Clive under pressure. And Clive made an error. So the gap slowly closing. I think it's 11-9. And for 43, Clive can really crack the ball. You give him
He
time
really
on the
can.
ball.
I
and he
can't
will
believe he's got any
smoke it.
cartilage left in his shoulder at this point.
He's
I think
fine-tuned
he-
his technique to be efficient. And
Well, when you hit it that cleanly, you're putting a lot less damage on everything.
On
You know,
muscles
middle of
and
the
tendons,
swing,
exactly.
You know, he's not too many shanks coming out of Clive Leach's racket.
he's pretty good at finding the sweet spot on his racket.
I think he takes pretty good care of himself, and you know, I've heard he's known as a bit of a sneaky trainer.
Yeah.
You know, oh, I haven't played in a while. Then you found out that he hasn't played. He's done a lot of ghosting.
Well, I
and
can
been
imagine he's
in the
doing
gym,
something.
yeah.
It's,
And I don't think you stay that good for that long without doing something, right?
Yes. I think he's on court quite a bit. He's teaching, or
He's
I'm
at
sure
the
he's doing
Westchester
something.
Country Club. Yeah. Clive's fun to talk to, like watch a game of doubles with. You know, his sort of perspective on the game is very helpful.
Yeah. No,
You know,
he's
he's
very open about talking to anyone about
Right.
tactics, and he's very
Yeah.
spot on with everything.
I enjoy listening to his, his sort of running commentary of the game, because you can learn a lot from it. You know, what
Yes.
shot he thinks should have been chosen. And
Yeah.
it's
When to apply pressure and when
Right.
to defend. He's very smart about
obviously
that.
the occasional "What are you doing?" which is
That
always
was
quite
a phenomenal
funny.
shot
That's a
by
great shot.
Anvari. So Magician producing a little bit of magic there, putting that ball right in the neck.
Pulled something out of his hat, would you say?
Nice. I love a good pun.
I think that one, the end here, is just run away with him a little bit.
And a safety let being
Ooh.
called.
I think Jenson's grateful for that one.
Yeah, that was a last-second decision by Clive. He's smiling. He knows he could have easily hit it. That would have hurt.
Ooh.
That was a nice,
Okay.
nice reverse
Yeah,
by JR. That's
bit of
tough to hit from that
creativity there.
that far back.
Well, and board gone behind him.
Yeah, they all time the ball very well, so they can strike the ball early and create these crazy angles.
It's fun to watch, isn't it? Oh, that's a disappointing end to the game.
So squeezing an error out of Anvari there with a nice tight shot. That was a perfect shot by Leach. Faded right into the wall, right where he wanted. So first game to Russell and Leach, and they lead the match 1-0. I guess we'll have 2 minutes here.
I think our 3-1 prediction. I feel like that was maybe the
Think it
game.
could be a
that
safe bet?
I think. Well, no, I think that's now a 3. I was going to go 3-1. Jenson, Clive and
Russell.
and Russell, but I feel like if they were going to get a game, it would have been that one.
Yeah, well, first game's always important to set momentum. But
And they
this
did a
next
good job
game will
of
be equally important to
Right.
to
And
respond.
they stayed pretty even through 8 all, and then I feel like it just sort of slipped away from them a little
right,
bit.
just towards the tail end of it.
Yeah, like they went for a couple of things that maybe weren't quite there, and you're trying to force the rallies a little bit,
Yep.
rather than sort of putting some work in.
Yeah, it was a couple tight and safe shots by Russell and Leach just to squeeze a couple errors out and opportunities to attack. They're playing very smart right now.
Right. So this is the second semi-final, and the winner of this will face Mathur
and
Mathur
Swiss.
and Ivan Badan in the final.
Exactly. They had a good match recently with Mikey Ferreira and Chris Callis. I think all 4 players were playing great that match.
That was fun to watch. I mean,
Yeah.
you could feel the intensity in those last sort of 4 or 5 points of the 4th game, and I think Mathur seemed to find an extra gear.
He did. I don't know what pissed him off, but he got it.
Yeah, something. A bee on his
Unleash the
bonnet.
tiger.
He really did. I mean, a couple of those balls that he hit, I don't think I saw them until it started rolling somewhere near the back of the court.
Yeah. Well, when Mathur gets into his game, he's probably one of the best on tour right now. He's got the highest pace. He can generate the highest pace, and he's got some great shots.
He really does. All right, so here we go. Second game. A rowdy crowd here,
Yeah.
just like for our mixed doubles earlier.
We had a packed crowd for that one.
That peanut gallery was brutal. Or was it just Dave Rosen? Do we think that Clive really needs the grunt that goes with the hard serve, or is it sort of a?
That's a good question.
Is it a Sharapova thing, or is it just?
It's been built into his game. I remember watching him as a young junior. He'd come up to Toronto and play tournaments there.
It's always been there.
And he was still double fault or first faulting, and then.
I wonder what his first serve percentage is.
Oh, it can't be that high.
Sort of women's tennis standard.
Having said that, this past 2 seasons he's been improving on that, but no, he's been known to serve that first ball down. He likes to experiment with good angles and pace.
He does, and it's. Oh.
And JR not wanting to get out of the way of that one.
Okay.
I think he
So
knew.
that's just
he
a
knew that
left
was an
ready.
opportunity.
And it can't be a stroke, correct?
No, because he was hit on the partner. So
Absolutely.
that was a veteran move there.
It was.
Jenson knows it.
No interest in getting out of the way of that cupcake that came into the middle of the court. I love that shot from Clive. You know, he goes in there and he gets so
Yeah, he
racket
gets down
right
deep
under the
and
ball.
then holds it, and then he can snap that lob, send you back running.
He does that on the singles court as well, and it's
Very effective.
very effective.
Jenson have to cover there in the back corner.
Freddie, what's the advantage to the high socks that we have going on from
I don't
Mr.
know.
Anvari?
I don't know. It might be a fashion statement with the short shorts.
All right. Short shorts and high socks. Something I should start doing? Or?
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe even inspired by some of the women. I don't know.
I've seen. I mean, I think Gregory Gaultier does the same thing.
Well, he's got compression gear. I don't know if those are compressions. They could be.
Oh, is that
They-
okay?
They
So
could be
that's
compression socks.
or it could just be a fashion.
For the sake of our
statement.
fans, you know, those are compression socks.
There we go. Oh, Matt just missing that one. I think one of the things that, you know...
Wow.
Oh.
Again,
That
the
cut
magician.
me
I didn't
off. That
expect the
was
winner to be
really-
played from there, and
I
he
don't
found
think
one.
Clive did
So-
either, from looking at JR as if it's his fault.
Well, Clive was in the right spot. He was
Yeah.
covering the reverse. I think he managed to get the
Caught
crack.
Hit the crack. So one of the things that is fun to watch about Russell Leach is how many balls Clive takes from JR on the backhand, just because of, you know, traditionally the backhand player sees so many more balls than the forehand. They seem to be able to even each other out a little bit.
Yeah, they're able to let a lot of balls go for each other just at the right times to
Right.
keep the rally in good position for
Yeah,
themselves.
and sort of that's they do it so they're able to maintain position on the court.
Yeah.
And then JR gets to do that.
JR going for his famous reverse on the volley. Just clipped the tin.
So another close start to this game. Jenson and Anvari managing to stay pretty level.
Yeah, it's been going point for point so far. That was a great choice by Leach to go down the wall. Kind of suckered Anvari in and snapped it down.
Saw a couple of good ones from Badan. Oh, wow.
That's a good choice. Sort of adapted with the racket there. It just shows his good hands.
Didn't fancy moving his feet. He
Yeah,
just
no,
changed the
that was
racket.
tough for his body position. It was tough to execute. He managed to find it.
What do you, Freddie? Do you feel like sometimes the pace that you guys play at is, it's hard. You have to. It's a reaction rather than a.
Yeah.
You don't get that chance to set up the way that you might do on a singles court or with a slower pace.
Exactly.
So you
have to
make
just
the best
react
of
and
what you
adapt
have.
and kind of hope and pray sometimes.
I guess that's why these guys with the quick hands are so good at this game.
So I think generally everyone knows where the opening is. And you just kind of hope you can get it there.
Yeah.
when you're forced to react with a hard shot. So.
Big difference between the plan and the execution.
Yeah.
What's that Mike Tyson saying? Everyone has a plan until you get punched in the face.
Sounds like it. It's a good quote.
Oh. Didn't quite. I mean, when we talk about reactions, we're talking about sort of splits of seconds to be able to make the difference between a winner or, catching your foot.
I mean, they have a good idea of, or hopefully they would have a good idea of where the ball's going. And that comes down to ball judgment and reading your opponent's body
position. Do you think
position.
that's one of the reasons that JR and Matt are so good, is that they have that anticipation?
Right. Yeah, that's pretty much what this game comes down to.
Yeah,
They all make it look so easy, but
they really do.
These are definitely good players to emulate because they hold their position very well and they move the ball around very nicely.
Change the pace up and.
So it's a good matchup. I see some good doubles here.
Clive's really found his length and his width on that right wall.
Well, he knows he doesn't want to do a lot of work. He's 43.
Haven't seen him get to the back wall too many times yet.
So he's learned to play very smart, and that was a great shot by Anvari.
Unfortunately,
But turned out the wrong way.
I think JR was
Sort
on
of
that
read it.
like white on rice.
Yeah.
Not quite sure what happened there, but JR seemed to offer the let before they'd asked for it. Very sporting of him.
Yeah, he's a very fair player.
Well, soon to be a daddy, so he's got to set a good
That's
example.
right. He's got a kid on the way.
Yeah.
Lisa, if you're watching, congrats.
Huge congrats. JR is going to be a fantastic father. If, Lisa obviously has then 2 children to look after. but-
JR's got a big heart. I think he'll be a great father.
Well,
That's a great
and
shot.
if that kid gets half of those racket skills, it's going
Right.
to be doing all right.
He's got good genes. So.
That's a great shot. Really hard to see where that was going to go for, not much Jenson
Very
could do
deceptive.
about
He
that one.
kept it in his body and then redirected it with a nice trickle boast. And almost did it again, but I think both players were onto that
He
one.
does love that shot when he just drops his racket head at the last second.
Yeah.
It's just that it's tough. You're taking so much pace off the ball, and it's a very fine line between a winner and an error there. No one really. Here we go. First person to move off the red line.
That was a good choice by Anvari, sort of. Oh, I thought Anvari was going to take it there. What just happened? Was that Matt
I think
hitting
that's
that?
an outrageous JR winner.
Oh my God.
That's good hands. What a reaction. I think the crowd enjoyed that one.
That was so fast. I couldn't even see that. I don't know if the camera registered that properly. That's impressive.
Very encouraging, Clive, isn't he?
He is. He's a great person to talk to in between games. And as you said, he's a great person to talk to watching games. He's got a very positive attitude
throughout the game, throughout the rally.
Yeah.
Oh, there's again, like not too much time to be able to move his feet on that one, but managed to find the racket angle anyway. Again, I think this game's sliding away from the. Oh, I think. Proper team talk there at 9-6. Just pointing out exactly where he'd like Anvari to hit the ball.
Yeah. And there's a 4-point gap here. And that's usually the time when
it's a big gap,
that's,
isn't it, Freddie?
that's a gap that can give a team confidence and they can start attacking a little more.
I think 2 points is usually the rule, isn't it? That you try not to let it get anything beyond that. Or if you're the person who's up, you're trying to obviously push on from 2. But it is doubles and anything can happen.
It's a big court, and going for the low shots from the back of the court can be high risk if you're not feeling it. It's a good choice by JR.
Oh.
Wow, redirects the ball beautifully there.
This crowd
That was a nice choice
loving
in reverse.
that one. Hamed doing a lot of work at the front there, a little bit frustrated with the outcome, but if you put it on that racket.
Yeah. Well, he knew it would make Anvari do a lot of work. He just came out of that corner and pushed back probably to cover his own side, and that was a good choice by Clive.
Yeah, that's the danger of shooting too early against 2 people who cover the court well, is that you leave yourself very exposed. Guess he must have broken a racket on that one.
No, I think Jenson's just having a word with Anvari. Probably regrouping.
There's a little team talk there for Anvari Jenson. See if they can try and make up some of this deficit here. The business end of the game.
Yeah, Anvari Jenson have a lot of work cut out for them in this game. They definitely don't want to get caught in the 2-love trap. So.
But Jenson quick came back from 12-3 a couple of weeks ago.
That's right. That was one of the biggest comebacks I've ever seen.
I think I've ever heard anything like that, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, they took out Manik Mathur and Yvain Badan 15-14 in the 5th.
Right, so it's not like they were coming back from that far down against a team that, average team. That's an excellent team to be able to hit that many winners against.
And that's an untimely error from Anvari.
Not sure that was really the right shot to be going for at that point.
No. He
Didn't
work Clive enough.
Exactly, just trying to force it towards the end of these games. A little bit of desperation.
Speaking of which.
Yeah, that screams of desperation, unfortunately. I think it's tough, you've got Clive and John, who are both such great shot makers, that who do you pick on?
Hit the neck. That was a perfect filly. It came right out.
Clive looks like he does that every day.
So they're starting to get some confidence here. and it's not looking good for the white team. So they're going to have to regroup as they lose this second game, 15-6. Okay, so all 4 players back in the court now for this third game. Anvari Jenson having a word with Anvari there.
He seems to keep pointing at the same spot on the wall.
I think he's trying to he's trying to get he wants Anvari to hit the ball a little higher and deeper.
Try and move them off the middle of the court.
Exactly, yeah, so that they can get their position back. And
it's pretty much the only way they're going to get back into this is to find some decent length.
I think basically he's telling him to be patient. So,
solid advice, I think.
Especially with that last game. Anvari going for a lot of shots.
Especially with Jenson not seeing too many balls at this point. See, I'm going to say that grunt comes ahead of him striking the ball. He's your version of the Sharapova.
He loves it. Uh-oh.
Right, so Hamed seems to have listened. He's slowing the pace a little bit and trying to...
keeping it deeper.
Yeah.
Oh, and Russell going for a reverse off the volley. And Matt was in the way of that.
Not sure.
Slightly dangerous shot.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, it's not, the angle wasn't, maybe.
And he might have broken the ball on Matt as they checked the ball.
Buns of steel. Quite sure what's going on. So it was a broken ball, is that what we're...
Yeah.
Going through a lot of balls this weekend, Freddie.
Well, yesterday there was a match that went through 6 balls, so it's been breaking quite a bunch. They might have a bad batch of balls this weekend.
Yeah. Maybe if Dunlop's listening, they can have a look into that.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the big components of the coming back from 12-3 down, wasn't it? At the Heights Casino, was 3 balls broken in the space of that comeback.
Yes.
I think is what I heard. Yeah.
Especially at the tail end. I mean,
I'd be exhausted just from keep having to warm it up again.
Yeah. Well, they warmed it up at 13-14, and they played off, and then Manic and Swiss won at 14-all. So they thought they won the match. And Jenson kind of figured the ball was broken, so he threw it up. Sure enough, the ball was broken, and they had to warm up another ball. And Jenson and Quick won that point. So
Had I think Preston
15-14
hit
in the 5th.
Not outrageous, but a very, very nice 3-wall to finish it.
They had a great rally, and it sort of finished with Preston hitting a 3-wall from the back. And it just rolled out at Manic's feet. Manic was right there for it, and there's nothing he could do. If it catches that nick, it just rolls.
Hey, it's why we like this game, right? It's exciting.
Anything can happen.
But yeah, warming up the ball can get pretty tiring.
And it changes the momentum. You know,
It really
the ball
does.
might bounce a little different, and it takes the sting out of anyone who had a bit of momentum getting some points. But it is the start of the third game, so it's not a big deal.
So it's just the one rally it made it through?
Yep. And first error coming from Jenson there.
A little bit of frustration, do you think? You know, he hasn't seen too many balls, hasn't had many opportunities to
Right,
to
it
sort
could
of
be. He
attack.
might be feeling like he has to produce some winners.
pull some rabbits out the hat, would you
Right.
say?
He's going to have to become the magician of the team. That was a great attack by... Oh!
Clive thinks he got that one.
I want to see that on
Hard
replay.
to see from our angle. I wonder
No,
what
that double
that
bounced.
double bounced. Yeah.
Yeah. He might generally not know because the ball does bounce pretty quick. But
It does.
Instant replay, it looked like it was a
He's
double
throwing
bounce.
his racket at it.
And an error
Little-
coming from Russell
yeah,
there.
Little footwork error, I think, right? Nothing
Yeah, just
really moved. Below
Slightly
the waist.
casual body.
Must be hard though when you can hit the ball that well. I mean, why try that hard? I think I'd be pretty
It's probably
lazy
tempting.
too, yeah.
Just let the racket do the talking.
Right. That's what my mum always used to tell me.
No, it always helps to have proper footwork, even if you do have the
Absolutely.
racket skills. Helps improve
Fast feet,
consistency.
slow hands is what JP goes for,
Yeah.
right? And we know that he had the best hands in the game, so
He
I'm
was
gonna
fun
take
to
that
watch.
advice.
Yeah. So Anvari getting a let there as he adapted pretty quick. So it looked like he could have got it.
Struggling to see a little bit what Anvari Jenson's tactics are in this game. You know, they don't seem to be going for anything particular.
Well, I have to say, Anvari's moving the ball around a bit better. He was bringing the ball a bit deeper, waiting patiently, and you saw a bit of a sitter there and managed to line up a inside-out three-wall nick. A tight shot by Clive there.
Just getting moved out the way a little bit there, I think. Not unjust.
Yeah, well,
Given
both
where the
players
ball ended
taking their space when it's just.
Jenson just getting caught there with the fast cross court.
Yeah.
It's amazing how little room Clive needs to sort of get that ball through. It didn't look like he had as much room as maybe some of us would want.
And he's very experienced on that right wall with the forehand. So he's hit that ball so many times on that side.
Ooh,
That's a great shot.
roller. Frosty,
Yeah.
great shot.
That's that one we were talking about that Preston Quick hit.
Absolutely.
Exact shot.
Somewhere Mathur just cringed.
And safety let there as Clive quickly adapts to a funny bounce.
Safety first, Freddie.
Yeah. Good get by Anvari. So the black team are definitely testing Anvari and his patience right now.
I think he's doing a much better job of staying in.
Right.
You know, and there you go. You know, there's a little error. Jenson got the chance to do something. It's harder to attack on the person that's racket skills you're worried about, right? You don't want to expose yourself.
Makes them want to hit it that much lower and forces errors.
I think Clive just trying to raise the pace of some of these rallies.
Yeah.
Just calling that one down. Like we said, very fair with their calls.
Yeah.
You know, I think it speaks to the one that he had before. That
Clive's a very fair player. When he knows the ball's down, he'll call it.
Agreed. And sometimes you just don't know.
Right.
And at that point, that's why we have refs.
That's why you got to let the ref call sometimes.
And 3 of them, so you can't really go wrong. I think it's a significant rally lengthening going on here, which is good for the white team. Like exactly what they sort of need to be doing.
Exactly. They're holding their position well. They're playing patient.
That's a great shot there. And it's paying off for them. So they've got a little 3-point gap right now. Just firing that one in low and hard.
Yeah, Jenson almost getting there, just couldn't quite get his racket underneath it in time.
Clive had that covered even if he'd managed to, though. Freddie, do you think Hamed's a bit further up the court than he was previously?
It's hard to tell. He does like to play far up on the court and sort of stand there and block the volley, but oh my god.
Good place for him to be.
Yeah.
Little team talk there for the black, first one we've seen.
Clive going for a 3-wall there, and he might even get a stroke. As Anvari picked that one up, and he sort of got caught in the crossfire.
Always wonder how close Clive comes to foot faulting.
I was just about to say he actually did foot fault.
Close.
He actually did foot fault, and not many people call him on it. He steps on the line because he really steps through his serve. Clive getting a let there. Let's watch again. Let's see if he foot faults.
See how close he gets.
So he really steps into it. Oh, he's treating it like a second serve. That was a great shot by Anvari. Very ambitious to kind of force it like that, but it paid off. So
he's missed a few of those, so to be honest, I'm not entirely sure that he should be.
It's a high-risk strategy.
It is. Especially with only a 1-point margin.
Exactly. That's something you do when you have the 4-point gap that we were talking about.
Absolutely. And that's why you want that 4-point gap. Gives you a little bit of breathing room.
I think even when you win those points, it can be dangerous because it makes you think like, oh, I should keep going for that. But it's just you got to keep staying patient.
Oh, that's a bad one.
I don't know what the refs are calling there.
I don't think he just missed it. I don't think it was anything. So unfortunately, a point off the serve.
Okay.
It's tough, isn't it, for him? There's a fine line between lengthening rallies and playing defensive squash. And how do you find that balance between not attacking and not making errors?
And I think with all 4 players being attacking players, you're going to see a lot of. Anytime they have an opportunity, they tend to take it. Case in point.
The jinx the other way on that one. Sure what he was trying to achieve there.
He would have put himself in danger. He's the one that has to cover that wall.
Right, there's a lot of space he just created for Clive to hit into.
And Matt forcing one there.
Yeah, number of errors.
Not quite finishing his swing, just poking at it a little bit.
Again, it's tough when you haven't seen too many balls and you feel that need to take every opportunity that comes your way. Oh. Got there too early. Wasn't supposed to go there. A chest height drop shot. I think one of the things about Clive going into the back corner is just how much time he takes to make sure that it's not, you know, he really thinks about where it's going and how he's hitting it. It's very conscientious with
he
his,
visualizes it very well.
Absolutely. I think that serves him well. I rarely feel like he plays shots just because.
No, he doesn't. I think there's a lot of purpose. He makes sure he doesn't do a lot of work, so he's keeping the ball nice and safe.
Yeah, that's how you stay on court at 43,
right?
42 maybe.
Yeah.
Should we take note, Freddie?
Oh, he's a legend.
He is. Unfortunately, Anvari slipped back into unnecessary shot making before they've managed to really work their opponents into any kind of out of position.
And an error from Matt as he forces another one from the backcourt.
That's a number of, was that error number 4 or 5 from Jenson's racket?
Yeah, that's a silly one to go for because it has to nick. Because if it doesn't, it's coming right into Clive's sweet spot.
There's a term for that. It's something that begins with an S or bust squash.
Yeah. And that was a good shot by Russell. Squeezed the ball into the sidewall right where Matt wanted to volley. So we've got 5 match balls.
You've got to believe that a team with this many sort of weapons in their armory isn't going to be able to convert 1 of 5.
Yeah. And there's the putter throw. So match to Russell and Leach, 3 games to love. Well, they did a good job of holding their position. It paid off for them.
They did. It was a very consistent performance from Russell Leach. Not too many racket errors, and they really did. They held the middle of the court.
Well, thank you, Susie. And looking forward to tomorrow's final with Johnny Russell and Clive Leach taking on Mathur and Yvain Badan. That will be at 1:30. Thank you. Very good.